Nerdrotic.com.
Welcome to the Super Chat Square Up Part 2 and the rest of everything else, which you will be seeing Friday morning or Saturday, depending on time. I do want to address that I had to leave the Critical Drinkers live stream today with a family emergency. And it's pretty serious. I'm not going to get into details right now, but I will eventually. Everybody will know. Show's going to go on. We're going to do Friday Night Tights. Not sure what I'm going to be doing after that, though. I might have to take a couple of days off, maybe 3. It depends. But show must go on. I am here to entertain, and we power through these things, and this too shall pass. All right, so let's get to it, and we will pick up where we left off last time. And I believe the last one was asking about Quarter Black Garrett's microphone. G-Man for $5. Kibble Smith said police should be taken down, and now they're being targeted all across the country. He's been the man behind it the whole time. He was, and it looks like he succeeded. But we will defeat the Kibble Smith eventually. He's a threat to human society, especially when he writes books like The New Warriors. Thank God it didn't see the light of day, although I am sorry it didn't, in a way. Finbar Hooley for $5. You guys should get Santa's husband for rags for Christmas with a note, since you love Christmas so much. Then review it on EFAP or FNT. That is a great idea. Now, I don't know if Rags has a P.O. box, but maybe I can contact Mahler and send him a copy. I would be very happy to do that. Chris Rawlingson for £2. Do you think Kibble Smith swallows? Well, I mean, he's very thin, but I think he does. He does eat and drink once in a while. Yes. Darth Gorbag for $17. Here's 17. Spend it on something much better than Santa's husband. Maybe a couple reams of blank paper or a large box of tampons. Possibly. I've had to buy tampons before. I am married. It is part of the job, you know. Black Tiger 001 for 2 Canadian pesos. Yes, Kibble Smith swallows. Black Tiger answered your question there. Chris Rawlingson. Nicholas Horton for £5. How will they handle Boba Fett? Will they screw him over too? Right? The character right? No. It's PG-13. No, it's PG Boba Fett. He'll be... I don't know how you make Boba Fett a main character. He's brooding. He's silent. So you got to surround him with what? Bill Burr? Which is my guess. Electric Barbarella, 27 for $5. I guess all the British royals and themselves painted as white people in their portraits then. So does that mean minorities were colonizers? That's a very good point. That's with Amberland being race swapped. One of Henry VIII's wives. I'm not like up on Henry VIII. But I believe it was one of his wives, and she ended up without a head. Captain Spire for $2. I wonder, did they behead with guillotines back then, or was it the headman's axe? Happy Halloween. Why is Ryan dressed up like Ray? Ooh, Captain Spire. I will. Oh, because he's Ryan Skywalker. Ryan Skywalker. Bird of Prey 5, Kapla for $2. Great costumes all, but the Orville wins hands down. Thank you. I'm going to be wearing that throughout my Star Trek Discovery reviews, which I will, the next one will be late, if at all. I think I'm skipping everything this week. Yeah, I'll explain at a later date. I can't say anything right now. George Wrighton for £10. Dune is my favorite sci-fi novel ever. Listening to it again on Audible. Didn't like either movie, only just plucked up courage to watch the trailer for the 2021 movie. Have to say, I am not happy. Yeah, the male lead looks like a little girl. Sorry, I'm just saying that. Zendaya looks more manly than he does. Andre Fernandez for 50 Argentinian pesos, dollars. At least they retconned Chuck Wendig Boba Fett armor story. That's beautiful. Still a simple story, great production, but still meh story. Yeah, production value is wonderful on that show. It really is. I don't have a problem with it. Honestly, if the Disney trilogy hadn't gone down like it did, I'd probably enjoy the show about as much as I enjoyed the Clone Wars. A little more because it's live action, but it doesn't have a lot of meat to it. And I need that in my storytelling. This one's tough. Doppler radar for $5. Funny how EVS, the big Star Wars fan, is silent when it comes to anything outside of the movies. Dude used Star Wars as a grift. Well, I think there's just many types of Star Wars fans. And if you remember, if we go back in time in the Wayback Machine to the very humble beginnings of the Fandom Menace hashtag, it was started, in my opinion, originally by Jeff at the World Class Bullshitters, who was the first person I found who was pretty vocal against The Force Awakens and felt the same way I did about that film. I felt like I was, done. Personally, I thought maybe my taste is just too old-fashioned. Maybe I'm just getting old. Seems like a lot of people like this type of very simple, basic, just not even a single layer of storytelling. Turns out, a lot of people who did like the film were hoping there would be more to it later, and they were just happy to get Star Wars. And initially, it was a reaction against the prequels. And remember the sheer fucking hubris of the opening line of The Force Awakens. This will begin to make things right. Wow. Well, it made things oh so wrong, didn't it? Well, Jeff was talking about it for quite some time. Then Jeremy was talking about it. Then Ethan did a one-off review of The Last Jedi. Before that, he was talking some comics, early days of Comicsgate. He was doing drawing videos, and that really took off. So as far as great big Star Wars fan, there's different types of Star Wars fans. Doppler radar, I don't know, you might be into the EU, like into it as much as Ryan. That's a hardcore fan. And that's the kind of fan you want. That's the kind of fan you want to keep. And I feel what hasn't been brought up enough was the Disney getting rid of the EU. I think that was the first sign of trouble, and I'm sure you're fully aware of that. Now, what, in my opinion, Ethan did was use the opportunity to break away from DC. He had a platform and he tried something that was untested, but he wasn't the first to try it, to be honest with you. It was also Zach, but him and Zach had both gotten together and decided they were going to do their own comics, and I believe they discussed that Zach should go first. Zach was the voice of Comicsgate, is the voice of Comicsgate, in my opinion. Zach was of the same mind as I was, Richard, which is this, we should really try to stay away from organizing the hashtag and stuff. But Ethan did something that was remarkable. He took his platform and he created a comic book. Now, the true meaning of the word grift would be that he didn't deliver anything. Now, you might feel a little betrayed because he stopped making Star Wars videos. He continued up until The Rise of Skywalker. And you know what? Very interesting things happened. And I will discuss this with I have no criticisms or judgments of any other content creators on this platform. Everybody does their thing. They do their thing for that reason. One thing I did notice was when The Fall of Skywalker came out, some people backed off and they had their reasons. I believe Ethan felt like enough was said on the subject. I believe he has said that out loud. But there was a lot of people kind of scratching their head wondering why certain YouTubers weren't making videos anymore. Now, as far as Jeff was concerned, I believe he was starting a relationship. That is totally understandable. When you're starting a relationship, when you're young, that takes all your attention. Young love, we'll call it. And that should take priority over your channel, over anything. I commend Jeff for doing that. And he's in a relationship with Jesse now, and they seem very happy, and I am happy for them. But Jeff did tail back on making videos at the prime time. I believe Anna was going through a move and she couldn't make videos during that time. And Ethan was focused on his comics. So people grow and they do different things. And that allowed other channels to rise up and fill the void and do the Star Wars thing. And it's not like I'm not in Anna's head. Again, you know, I'm moving as well, and it has been insane. And I have to thank my family for really stepping up, and my friends. I have a friend down here who's really helped out so I can keep working. I don't know if Anna had that. You know, I don't know if Anna had a bunch of help. She probably had to move on her own, and that's tough. That's tough. So it's understandable why everyone's those three channels in particular stopped making videos during what would be, I would say, the last prime Star Wars time. And I wasn't going to make Star Wars videos. I was done. I made one earlier in the year when the Fall of Skywalker trailer came out, and it was when Mark Hamill said, "I'm done." And I made a video like, I'm done with Star Wars 2. So I was just going to chronicle its demise. And we had Doomcock reporting rumors, and my focus was the fans and how the fans were treated, particularly by the Access media. If you care to go back, you don't have to. It's fine. That's what my focus was on my videos. I did a lot on fan blaming, pointing out inconsistencies, hypocrisy in the Access media, pointing out how much shills they were. And that was always my main focus. It did get under my skin a little bit how the Access media had really started targeting the paying customer without even realizing they're targeting their own customers. And it really exposed them. What they were all about is they were just a bunch of thirsty little, star fuckers, as I like to call them. So, but back to Ethan. Ethan made choices that it's impossible to make a comic book and run a channel. No human being can do that. And I mean, like, run a channel making videos and doing live streams. Ethan just stayed doing live streams. He just said, F it. I'll make videos when I can. And it's really worked out in his favor. Did it rub some people wrong? Yeah, it did. It did. And it's going to do that. So, I mean, Doppler, you are absolutely, I respect your opinion. You're entitled to it. Ethan was our guest. I like Ethan. And Ethan's going to do with his channel what he is going to do with his channel. I have said in the past, and honestly, it's none of my business. It's none of my business, but I've been asked directly. And if I'm asked a direct question, I'll answer it as respectfully as I can. I feel that Comicsgate could be bigger if they still made videos, but the biggest problem is not their fault. Is the interest in comics is just gone because Comicsgate failed. It failed. And it wasn't its fault. It tried. They gave it their, I mean, listen, there was drama and splits, and I understand that. That happens here on YouTube. And again, you know, I just watched it as an observer. I wasn't involved. And I think in the end, I mean, Comicsgate started out as we want Marvel and DC to be better, and they weren't. They double, triple down, and people just, you know, I've been warning about this with Star Wars and everything else and Star Trek and Doctor Who. People will eventually say, okay, I care. I'm going to fight for a little while to try to save the thing I love. But it's clear that they don't want me around, so I won't be around. I will do what they ask. I will take my wallet elsewhere. And now they're regretting it. And I mean the mainstream media. I think Ethan wanted to focus more on comics because that was, I mean, that's, you know, he's a big time comic book artist. I mean, I knew Ethan's name for years, and it's kind of weird to be live streaming with him now. It's really bizarre. But there's different, you know, there's different types of fans. But again, Doppler, thank you for the $5, and I respect your opinion on that. But I think Ethan just took the opportunity to go out on his own. And while I haven't loved the drama, some of the drama, I mean, some of it was entertaining and funny. I also saw, you know, other things go on that are not, again, none of my business. But I like a lot of the comics they produce. I do. And I will continue to have them on my channel because I do believe in what they're doing. Is it pretty? No, nothing is in the beginning. These guys are forging out on their own, and they're, you know, at first they didn't know anything about printing books and bagging and boarding and shipping. They all had to learn on the fly. And, you know, the key to anything is you want to under promise and over deliver. And I think they figured that out. I think Ethan now gets his books out on time and stuff. So, and the first one was forgivable in my opinion. And he did get it out. Danny DeVito needs to voice Yoda Baby. That would be kind of funny. Modalicious, for $2. Joshua Mosquito for $9.99 says Ben Skywalker, not Ben Solo. Ben Skywalker, not Ben Solo. Well, we didn't get either, did we? No, but it's always, wasn't it? Yeah. But yeah, it's a shame what happened. But the story came out for George Lucas's possible trilogy, and I don't think that would have been great. I don't think George was the answer as far as writing and directing. I think if he was there as an idea man and he had a strong person like Gary Kurtz around, you could have gotten good Star Wars. I think Jon Favreau's kind of the best you're going to get right now. A guy who's got enough pull but still can be a company man. But he works for a despicable company, man. Just, ugh. They came out today saying, oh, we didn't lose as much money as we thought we did, only $5 billion. And they tried to spin it, and they didn't talk about their all the people they laid off, and they didn't talk about their association with those concentration camps. Despicable company. Jorge Polido for $5. Are any of you a Gundam? I brought an extra Earth 3 Gundam. We are not Gundams, but we support them. We are not anti-Gundam. Finbar Hooley for $5. A Doctor as Dr. Disrespect crossover would be an amazing video. It would. It would. I am for that. Matt Guy for £2. As looks like an 80s gay Mario from the Blue Oyster. He does. Dun, 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 dun. Mano, that's from the movie Police Academy, if you don't know. Missed opportunities. Gary should have costumed as Dan Shaheen. Dan Shaheen, the comic shop guy. I maybe, I don't think I look like him at all. And I don't know I would have to shave my beard. No. Oh no. Or my head. No, not as long as I still have hair on the top of it. And it's hanging in there for 51 years old. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Antonio Dennison for $2. Does anyone know if Baby Yoda is male or female? Male, they say. They've called it a boy. Craig Burnett for 10 pounds. I met Jeremy Bullock 20 years ago, the real Boba Fett. He told me that Boba cradled his gun like a child because it was that important to who Boba is and what he does. Watch the films again, you'll notice him do it. Yes, it's his little baby. Ironcaster for $5. It bothered me that the marshal rode into the desert without a helmet on. Who needs eye protection? Yeah, well, when you're in a studio with fans blowing at you, I guess not, right? Justaro of Roanoke for $2. Evening, gentlemen. Are your refrigerators running? Yes. Things aren't that bad. I got what you're saying there, and I agree with you. Is the internet still on? Graft Tanker 98 for $3.99. Krennic was the best Disney Star Wars character. Yeah. That was a good character from Rogue One. Yes, I agree. Nicholas Horton for £5. Sent you a link on your Twitter DM. It's The Witcher Season 2 related. I saw those. Thank you. Nicholas Horton, you are a good man. And I appreciate you always sending me those. And I hope The Witcher's good. I really do. Cirilla is the weak point for me, personally. We'll see how that turns out, though. We'll see how it turns out. Timothy Wolf for $1.99. Mando, a glimmer of hope for the Star Wars universe. Remember, this was done before Pedro Pascal called 70 million Americans Nazis, which I think he's backtracked now. And I hope he's apologized for. I hope he listened to what Jeremy and Ivan and I said on that live stream that apparently he was watching. Because I mean it. And Jeremy meant it. We would have talked to him and said, dude, you're a popular guy. And nobody's saying you can't have your opinions, but bro, your parents fled a military dictatorship, a real one, not one here. And it's because they were Marxists. And then you were able to come here and have quite a life. You should be grateful for that. We need a lot more gratitude in this world. We really do. I try to be grateful for a great many things, and it's tough. Some days it's tough. Insert name here for $10. Hail Friday Night Tights. You all should check out Claptrap, a book of movie parodies by Mad Magazine writers Desmond Delvin and Tom Richmond. One of the featured parodies is none other than Fall is Skywalker. LOL. I'll have to check it out. I love the Mad Magazine parodies of Star Wars back in the day. Reminiscing a lot about the 70s lately because I was watching Rocky. And those are, so they really capture what city living in the 70s was and Philly at the time, according to people from Philly. I wasn't in Philly in the 70s, but I was in New York in the 70s. The time and the 80s when the Joker, well, it was a fake New York. It was supposed to be Gotham, but it was New York. Like during garbage strikes and the blackouts and shit. I was there visiting. My cousin lives on Long Island. So my cousin Philip used to be a nuclear tech on a sub. Sten Madsen for 50 Danish krona. I need to catch up with my reasoning. Keep up the good work. You are, we will do our best. We will do our best. And we need to keep up with ours too. Literature Devil for $2. Comicsgate forever. Yes. Through its, like I said earlier, through its trials and tribulations and mistakes and growing pains, I think it's turned into a good thing. Again, was it perfect? No, nothing is. And quite honestly, it's a miracle something like that didn't happen to the Phantom Menace. It almost did. And I believe what kept it from happening was it wasn't organized. You know, let's be real. Like, there's 3 godfathers of the Phantom Menace. Like I said before, it's Jeff Hicks, it's Ethan Van Sciver, and it's Jeremy. But I think Jeremy, because of his consistency, was catapulted to top dog as far as the Star Wars Phantom Menace is concerned. I still think he is that, personally. And when people went after him, it stayed on him, right? It stayed on him, and he was able to deflect it from Geeks and Gamers, the brand, and the Phantom Menace. And it was because it was a loose set of individuals. There was no, like, merchandise. I mean, people kind of went on and did their own thing. I think Ethan sold Phantom Menace shirts, which he had every right to do. And yeah, but there was no centralized hub except for Jeremy, and Jeremy was able to handle the pressure, handle criticisms that some were legit, some were completely insane, and then you had mad stalkers who like to wear masks and make 75 videos, and yeah, but that just, you know, means you're relevant. Joe Bag of Donuts for $35. It does feel good and right to argue about the story content of things again instead of representation content. Agreed. It does feel good and right. It's like, oh, I remember that. Man of War 665, the neighbor of the beast, for $5. New Orleans Mayor La Tolte Contral is from Louisiana, LA County. Thanks for nothing, Cali. Even your exports suck. Not going to deny that. Blasto Mars for $5. An alien Ripley's role changed from male to female. Also, Yoda's race is small and lives a long time. The baby may be older than we think. Yeah, 50 years could be BS. But it would make sense something that helpless would be able to evolve unless Dagobah is Yoda's home world. We've never gotten confirmation on that. I just thought he was hiding there. Timothy Wolf for $1.99. Live with the woman. They always stop up the shower tub. Yeah, because their long hair. Yes, they do. That's why you need to have a ample supply of Drano. Star Trekker 58 for $5 Australian. Hail, Gary, the difference between SJWs and real people is humanity. I'm sorry. Ethan admits he was wrong about Gina Carano, and SJW is never wrong, then goes to the victim status. Exactly. They don't admit any error. They're not humble because they're not human. They don't act human. There's a disconnect. SJWs have chronic insecurity. And if they weren't so obnoxious, I think more people would feel sorry for them. Because nobody, and I mean nobody, who is comfortable in their own skin and mentally healthy tries to take other people down who have done nothing to them directly. Southeastern Kaiju for $2. Just saw RIP New Warriors vid. Great job, Gary. Well, thank you. Thanks for checking that out. Video's doing pretty damn good. It's at 181,000 views. Damn, that's good. Can you get YouTube Bearer on FNT? Asked Chris Foster for £2. YouTuber Bearing. Oh, Bearing. I thought it said Bear. Bearing. Yeah. Fuck yeah. I'll get Bearing on. It's a legend. Rocky Desert Flower for $9.99. Since King Lannister only could have Thanksgiving with 2 of his 3 adult children, Tyrion held a grudge. That's the invention with the alien. That's the invention with the alienating one of your adult children rules. I guess that's one way to look at it. Sten Madsen for 50 Danish krona. What is going on with your archaic voting system? What are the odds for getting a nice, competent guy or gal? Not very good, because politicians tend to not be nice and competent these days. And I don't think it's any different anywhere around the world, to be honest with you. And as far as our voting system, you know, you got to take the good with the bad. It prevents a centralized government. I don't know for how long, though. Finbar Hooley for $5. Unfortunately for Rags and SJWs, the politicians are gunning for Christmas. If you think Thanksgiving is bad, just wait. I completely agree. Mr. Wolverine 007 for $20. I envy you, Gary. I wish I could leave my state, Michigan. I work in healthcare, so I'm stuck. But you help to encourage me with your Friday Night Tight shows. Thank you. You are welcome. You are welcome. P.S. Still learning Toon Boom, getting closer to making my own stories. Good. Good. And, you know, they need healthcare workers in other states. They do. Badly. Becky Broward for $5. Gary, you should sing the Star Spangled Banner to annoy your governor and yell Trump 2020. If I was in front of his house, I'd do it. I would. Ironcaster for $2. Gamergate was the game journos Vietnam. It really was. God, let it go. Primark Vulcan for $4.99. That BuzzFeed movie sounds like a crappy version of Dodgeball, but with no humor at all. It does, doesn't it? Rocky Desert Flower, thank you for the super sticker of weights. Yes. Yellow Flash 2 for $2. Daniel Kibblesmith says he's 100% alpha male. Sure. And the Disney Corporation came out and said that everything's fine. Oh, well, I guess that settles it. The corporation that really it's in its best interest to make everything look like it's fine said it's fine. Okay, I'll stop asking questions now. And the same with Kibblesmith. Cleaner Ben for £5. Caddy Daddy is a true alpha. Oh, the Caddy Daddy. I love gossip and crushing pussy. Chris Hall for $5. Hi, guys. I have a Kickstarter for a game, The Last Relic. It's devoid of politics, rekindling the SENES era of JRPGs. It mean the world for a shout out. Well, check out on Kickstarter, The Last Relic. The Last Relic. And try Indiegogo too, maybe. Matthew Thomason, thank you for the phallic unicorn for $1.49. It is appreciated. Cleaner Ben for £2. Trudeau is Castro's son. Sure looks like it. Cleaner Ben for £2. Everything independent is far right. Everything independent is far right. Well, to the SJWs, yes. Yes. Not to me. Shaolin Wright for $5. Have you guys heard of the Atlantis Report? It is very informative channel. I will check it out. Is it about Atlantis? Oregon for $20. These screaming women are the same phenomenon as the hysterical girls condemning witches to die in the Salem witch trials. Making public policy based on hysterical girls is going about as well as you would expect. Yeah. Nick Titaneries for £5. Jeremy and Ryan, are you still planning on reenacting the screaming woman on results day? My first super chat. Welcome. They wanted to. We have yet to know who the president is, despite what you hear in the media. Nothing has been decided yet. Cleaner Ben for £2. As, what's it feel like having hair on your head? He said it feels good. D. Merck for $15. How long do you really think it will take to decide the winner of the election? Hours, days, weeks? I feel like it's going to be worse than the Bush-Gore election. I think it's going to take about that long. It's going to take about that long. Will Radcliffe, thank you for the $5. Will Radcliffe, thank you for the $5. I appreciate it. I'm an indie author fighting the good fight. Please check out my novels, Nogglestones and The Whisper King. Are they available on Amazon? Make sure to put where they're available so we can check them out, but I will Google it. Thank you very much, sir. Rebel Squadron for $5. Bounty Hunter book with Boba overcame the hallucinations, blew up the Sarlacc with a thermal detonator. That's why he had the scars after. That's right. You hallucinate in there, and that's why you don't leave and try to crawl out. Dan Vask, it's a horrible way to die, for $20 rubles. Evening, gentlemen. Keep up the good fight. You too, Dan. Thank you very much. Raging Rhino. There you go. For Australian $2.99. Thank you for the shout out last week. Hail Friday Night Tights. You are most welcome, Raging Rhino. Congratulations on 1,000 subscribers. Onward and upward. Onward and upward. Sci-Fi Freak for $10. Sorry, Az. I just couldn't finish the Prisoner episode Living in Harmony. It was just too jarring of a change for me. Enjoyed the show so far, though. Tried to catch the live streams between you and RMB. And there was one yesterday, I believe. Raging Rhino for Australian $10 with a thank you pair. Super sticker. Oh, you're welcome, brother. You're welcome. I wish you all the luck in the world, man. Argentico, 2003 for $5. I am nervous, Jeremy. All the New York people are moving to Florida, sing the bug, and are bringing their socialist politics. They've been doing that for years. Robert Harris for $5. From Alabama, living in Tennessee, definite red states, visiting family in New Hampshire at the moment. Lots of Trump love around here, and Missouri and Massachusetts. Trump landslide. Well, I think it should have been. But the Coof changed everything. Cleaner Ben for £2. Fiery but peaceful protests. Exactly. Rossi G12 for $24.99. Illinois is a super blue, yet Biden and Durkin are running ads here. Why waste the money? Are they worried even Illinois is in play? That would be awesome. Well, it wasn't. It's very strange what happened on election night. Fandom Guard, I've received 82 million ballots. None have my name on them, but I'll have my address talk to my post office about it. So yeah, that happens a lot. Huh? So you've had a lot of, you're just over exaggerating. Okay. So you've had a lot of ballots come to your house. None have your name on it. Yeah. Well, yeah. You're not the first person who said that. Argentico for 2003 for $2. Tip for entertainment. Bring EVS more often. Oh, I will. Thank you. Chris Persia, 5 Canadian pesos. They still haven't credited EVS for creating Laura Kinney with his brilliant X-32, yet they'll cuck Wolverine. Forget Marvel. It's Cyberfrog all the way. I agree. Triple Herbals for £5 at Jeremy. What's the proper pronunciation of Kibblesmith? Well, it's Kibblesmith. Timothy Wolf for $1.99. They set up all Fem Avengers and Endgame. Bullshit. Yes. Well, I don't know if they'll have any. I think everything's going to Disney Plus, folks, based on what we heard today. Rhetorical Thrill, thank you for the piece of pie for 99 cents. I appreciate it. Ironcaster for $5. The cruelest trick of 2020 was giving us the new Warriors only to take it away. R.I.P. Dora, the Pantry Explorer. I love it. Ray Young, 74 for £5. New Warriors release the Kibblesmith cut. Oh, my God. Yes, I love that. Andre Fernandez for 50 Argentinian dollars. Oh, hi, Gary. Can any one of you explain why there's no second wave of the coof in China? Very strange. We don't know. Robert Harris for $5. Gary, any truth to the rumor that streaming services didn't want No Time to Me Too because they're saving their money to buy Escape from San Francisco Part 3? This is true. I don't know how you found out, Robert Harris, but your sources are spot on. Just another red shirt. Thank you for the mustache and 99-cent super sticker, and thank you for your support. You are a good member. Phoenix Tangent, thank you for the sandwich and $1.49. That actually looks pretty good right now. Little sandwich. Vigilante Williamson for $2. Quarter Black Garrett. Quarter Black Kamala. Sean Edwin for $5. When and how did things go to hell? Well, it all started in 2015. No, it was, it's been going on for a long time. Tune in this Friday. Cleaner Ben for £2. This is a troll. Yes, I figured. Sassy Marie for £1.49. Thank you very much for the phallic super sticker. David L., thank you for the phallic super sticker. Bird of Prey 5 for $5. Oh my God, Gary, notice my numbers jump like crazy. Look back here, and sure enough, you shouted out the channel. Do away kapla to all. Thank you. You're welcome, buddy. Love you. So I guess if this isn't a statement to sports or not Not sure what is big, but Six Flags Great Adventure is on an 8th straight day sellout weekend. Oh, that's good. That's good. But is that at limited capacity? But that's good. It's still good. John Joseph Gray. Is it the 4th or the 8th? I'm not sure. But thank you for the $4.99. Thank you, David L. On to another show. This is from the Inquisition. RM for $10. Love you guys. Keep hitting the corporations and well-connected network of check marks, brainwashing the masses. Keep up the good fight and keep punching up, my friend. We will do that. We will continue to punch up. No punching down. Eric Santucci for $5. As much as I enjoy The Mandalorian, the Star Wars still hangs like a dark cloud. Disney Star Wars still hangs like a dark cloud over everything. Do you think the lack of interest has to do with this? Yeah. Now, they said there was reports of anywhere between 1 million and 2 million households watching it the first night. That was not barely a percent, 1% of their subscribers that they supposedly reported, which is pathetic. That's pathetic. Cigar Gangster, thank you for the $5. I appreciate the donation. Super Mastermind for $5. By the powers, Marvel, Disney has the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon IP, but have you seen the D&D live action ads for Cars? Some were amazing. I have seen them, and they are amazing. I think they're very cool. For $2.79 Canadian, DCG. Did you guys hate Project Blue Book? Season 2 was better. I hated it. If it was better, then I will possibly go back and check it out. But I wanted something a little less dramatic, a little more grounded in reality. I think it made a joke out of everything, personally. Gossip Mime for $2. I haven't been excited to sit in theaters in years. And yeah, it's not like the old days. It's just expensive. NJ Scoundrel for $5. At this point, politics and pop culture are interwoven. With that said, have you any predictions for Tuesday night? Love you guys. Stay angry, boys. I wouldn't have had any predictions, but I'm not surprised it turned out like it did. The deep state is a powerful thing. And the most amazing thing to me is after Occupy and everything we saw in the streets, the corporations won in the end. No matter what happens, they won. But I think the mainstream media has lost. Kenneth LaRock says he has around 100 classic Doctor Who books. Thank you for the $5. I think I read this one, but I'll read it again. It's fine. Yeah, I have quite a bit as well, and a lot of comics. And that means you have 100 books to read that are good. Because the new stuff, none of it will be classic, my friend. Russell Hall for $5. Human auction pick was censored by Twitter. Girl was 18 years old, tied up with arms raised behind her back. She was taken to France. The starting bid was $150,000. What the fuck? Russell, wow. I don't think we were talking about that on my 300K. I wonder if YouTube held this one. That's horrible. I'm glad Twitter decided to censor that. Fucking, it probably took them a minute though. Jesus, Russell, that's dark. Thanks for the $5 though. Nova Cinnamon for £5. Hey, Nerdrotic, congrats on 300,000 subs. You deserve it. Keep up the spectacular work. Thank you. I appreciate it. And this is from the long lost 300,000K sub stream. The week Lady Greymaster was off, but we're catching up on this stuff now. Like I said, we don't leave them behind. Zane Elliott for $5. Everyone gets free internet gas tomorrow. Breathe in the vitches. The vitches. Breathe in the vitches. I don't know what that is. Sorry. North American Hamrammer for $5. Damn it, I wrote your name on the Krampus list for choosing Halloween over Christmas, but by the time EFAP read it, no one knew what I was talking about. LOL. Aw. Well, it's because I'm married on Halloween. Guys, come on. I got married on Halloween. I'm going to choose Halloween over Christmas, but I adore Christmas. Why choose? I say, why choose? You're going to see this office studded out in Christmas lights in about a day or two. Venom Snake for Australian $2.99. May he who is without sin cast the first stone. Exactly. Well, I am not without sin. Keeper of the Kraken for 5 Canadian pesos. Thank you very much for the super sticker. And Crazy Cat Guy, thank you for the $1.49 super sticker. Editor MG Goalie. Hey, Gary, what's the last movies that made you cry? For me, it was Loving, Soul Surfer, and Bridge to Terabithia. And I knew what was coming with all of these. Keep up the good work, buddy. Wow. Probably Rathacon. Gets me every time, man. AJ Borker for $5. Nothing special. Just keep up the good work, Gary. Why? Thank you. And you are something special. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. Getting a $5 super chat is something special from this weird thing that we're doing on YouTube. It always is. And I appreciate it. Diego Nathan for 5 BRLs. I bet Tolkien will finish his unfinished tales before Martin ends A Song of Ice and Fire. I bet he would. And I read that one, but that's okay. Scott Rainfield for £2. George hiring a ghostwriter might inspire him. It might. And I read that one as well, but I don't mind reading it again. Corey Timigan for 5 Austrian dollars. Sadly, the late great Christopher Lee did a Lord of the Rings audiobook, but he did the Children of Hurin, a story from the Silmarillion. Get it? It's so good. And I answered that one, and I actually showed on the live stream that I have the Children of Hurin. Thank you very much. Dolores Ed, if you'll allow me, I'd like to shout out another to any other veterans out there. Was stationed at Pendleton and Coronado for a few years. Miss In and Out. You miss In and Out, Dolores said. It's good. It's still good. And Pendleton is not far from me. It's not far from me. Hail, brother. Semper Fi. I guess if you're a Marine. If you're not, sorry. Astral Walker for $5. If Biden gets in, can any comic shop survive his 3-month national lockdown? Feeling so demoralized, trying to remain positive. Try to remain positive. I wasn't going to tell anybody how to vote, but I will just say if anybody didn't think that they were going to get locked down under the one thing we haven't had is federal mandates. Now, a lot of people saying we should have had federal mandates. It wouldn't have helped. It won't help. And we will get them, and we will see that it won't help. And they'll keep doing it and doing it and doing it until we say enough. I live in California. So what the rest of the country is going to feel like is what it's like to live in California. You're going to get very similar politics. John Ellis Bush for $4.99 pounds. There's some great humor in the Rocky films that goes underappreciated. Can't wait for your guys' talk about them. Well, I got through most of it today, a lot of it today. Just a couple hours. Then I got a very serious phone call. So hence the somber mood. If you're coming into the super chat, square up and you didn't hear the beginning, I had to bail out on the stream today. Very serious matter happened that I'm not going to talk about right now because this isn't the place for it. This isn't the time for it. But, you know, we'll get by. We'll get by. I think that's it for that one. So now on to Friday Night Tights again. Not Another Dime gives us a lot of dimes for $1.99. Thanks for the thumbs up, buddy. Appreciate it. All right. Self-described troll Venom Snake for $2.99 Australian says mass provide anonymity for poll workers. That is true. That is true. Cleaner Ben for £5. Ask drinker to recommend a decent whiskey. We would all like to know. I will pass that on in DMs and answer that on Friday Night Tights, and hopefully Lady Gravemaster, who is always checking my work, right? Please note that down and remind me. Venom Snake for $2.99 Australian. Get James O'Keefe on Friday Night Tights. Yes, I would. I absolutely would. Friday Night Tights is different from the rest of the channel, and I think if we had an opportunity to get somebody like James O'Keefe, yes. For a whole show, I don't think so. But for like a segment, for like an hour, kind of like what we're doing tonight, yeah. And we're going to start doing that. We're going to start doing interviews, and the guest won't be there all night. It'll be a specific guest on a specific subject, and then we'll embark on Mandalorian and Star Trek if I have time to watch them. I got showtime in 2 hours. Venom Snake, thank you. Okie Native for $5. We know the drinker hasn't seen Quigley Down Under. Has he seen Blow Dry with Alan Rickman? I don't know. I've never even heard of it. And you know, my wife is a hairdresser. Unless it's got nothing to do with hairdressers. I don't know. Okie Native. I will pass that on as well. Culture Casino, thank you for the phallic unicorn. That means it's an official show when he does that for $1.49. Ironcaster, $5. For a different question, who is the best bowler on the panel? Obviously, it's me. It's me. I'm decent. I'm decent. Maybe we'll find out in Vegas. Alex Game for $2 Australian. Hail to Friday Night Tights. Thank you very much. No, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Finbar Hooley for $5. What's your opinion of Mike S. Miller? He's the artist of Shad's Shadow of the Conqueror, the graphic novel part 1. He's also worked on some Game of Thrones stuff, so I was familiar with him before. Met him last year at Comic-Con. Nice guy to me. He's always been a nice guy to me, but I am aware of all the drama in Comicsgate. I am aware of Mike shooting himself in the foot verbally, and I am aware of the split, and I'll just say this again on Comicsgate as an observer, anything like that that's growing, that involves money and you know, artists and egos, this kind of shit's going to happen. It happens with bands. It happens when they started Google. It happened when they started Apple. It happened when they started fucking Sega. It's always, that shit is always happening. There's always a battle. There's always somebody leaving. It's normal. It's not unique to Comicsgate. You just got to witness it firsthand. That's the only different part of it. It's unfortunate because I think a harmonious Comicsgate would be a stronger one, but it didn't happen. So there's no sense in dwelling on it, to be honest with you. It's a bummer. It's a bummer. I would have much rather they would have gotten along. But I like Ethan. Christian Delorme for 25 Canadian pesos. I love your entertainment, Gary. You make the long, boring highway entertaining again. Go away now. Okay, I'll go away. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Finbar Hooley for $5. Drinker, are you on good terms with Mahler after your review of The Haunting of Bly Manor? Or are you sleeping on the EFAP couch? They're on good terms still. I think they're absolutely still on good terms. I think Mahler likes to have a debate with someone like that, a good, respectful debate. And I would love to see it. That would be epic YouTube. It would. No, but they're tight. Those are two good YouTubers, two good human beings. All right. I cannot pronounce this last name, and I'm not even going to try. So we're going to go Wolf because that's the last four letters in there. 5.49, €5 and 49. I don't know cents. I don't know what to say there. I always say 5.49. Just we'll do that. Finally, Friday Night Tights is here. My highlight of the week. Oh, that's great to hear. And after this week of suck, lockdown, and a terror attack in my town, I need some escapism. My goodness. Yes, you do. And we will provide it again this Friday. Thank you. I'm sorry I can't pronounce your name. I'll try to figure that out. Polaris sucks for 2 Canadian pesos. Drinker rarely live stream, so I say hi. Hi, Gary. Hi. Venom Snake, self-described troll. $2.99 Australian. In a fair election, Trump would landslide. I don't think there's people who would argue with you on that aspect. This election, listen, if people don't think there's shenanigans, I mean, there's shenanigans. There were shenanigans, and people really got hung up on the Russia thing for a long, long time. And I'm sure Russia interfered or tried, as so did China, but China never gets brought up. That's the weird thing. That's the weird thing to me. Planar Aspect for $5. Money. Thanks for the money. It's MUNNY for $5. I appreciate that. Culture Casino for $25. Holy shit. Friday Night Tights, everyone. Yes. Thank you, Culture Casino. Love you, man. Tallahassee lawyer looking motherfucker. Crazy cat guy for it gives $1.49 ice cream super sticker. And that was from when I thought I turned my live stream off one day and I came back and I was eating some Ben and Jerry's. God, I haven't had any since then. Venom Snake for $2.99 Australian. AOC just tweeted about rounding up Trump donors. Yeah, she did. A blacklist. Yeah, that's not alarming at all. Blacklists. Christian Dello. I mean, like blacklists, suppressing free speech, suppressing free thought in the name of corporations, being the tool of corporations. What has happened to that party? Really? I mean it. It's an open question. Pro-war. What the fuck? Butter Biscuit 92 for $5. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, hi, Gary. Loved how you made fun of your governor. Good stuff. Jeremy, why are Mark's videos so good? It makes everyone seem plebeian. Well, he's a professional. Mark the Cyborg. He's very good. He's very good at what he does. 6 turning 4 burning for $5. Tuning into my favorite Friday show while mounting spikes on my football pads and steel plates in my truck for real world Mad Max 2020 apocalypse. It's probably not a bad idea at this point. It's not a bad idea. Stupid Monkey 0 for $10. Drinker on cam, take all my money. Yeah, handsome devil, that guy. Jake D, thank you for the $1.49 unicorn. I appreciate it. Jane Theory. Jane Theory's so nice. She's got a great channel too. Go check it out for $3. Doe-eyed Fox super sticker. I could, you know what? As I said earlier, I had to bail out on Drinker's stream for a family emergency that is still ongoing. It will be ongoing for a little while. I'll let all you guys know when the time is right. There's a reason I'm not saying anything right now. And for one, I don't want to just bring down everything. I am here for escapism myself, right? I need the distraction. Wolf, but am I going to be 100% tonight? I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. Wolf for $5.49. Drinker, you silver tongue food critic. Your stream with Anna was epic, but your opinion on Mexican food is just wrong. Love you anyways. Cheers. Does he not like Mexican food? Maybe he hasn't had like the right kind. You know, if he comes down here to San Diego when we can travel again in, I don't know, 2035, I'll give him some Mexican food. That'll change his mind. If he doesn't like it, I don't know. Cleaner Ben for £5. I mean, does Anna like Mexican food? Because Anna doesn't like anything. Drinker, how much for Tatiana? How much for Tatiana? He just says, go away now. Flicks by Cody for $2. We can't hear you. It's fine, though. Keep going. I checked the audio. It was fine. Manowar 665, neighbor of the beast for $10. Ready for Friday Night Tights cruising. Have tuned up the agenda and topped off all the gender fluids. Let's roll. Let's roll. Captain Spire, thank you for the $5. Foulball Productions, $5. Hail, gentlemen. Glad to see the almighty Drinker here, and it's a treat to actually see you. Thanks for all the awesomeness. Have a great show. And it was a great show. Thank you very much, Foulball Productions. You do a great job as well. Problem being for £2, Critical Hottie. Ooh, hey. Hey now. John Matrix, $4.99. Not my double woke 7 guys. Double woke. It's going to be triple woke. Aaron Le Great Baron for $5. When I die, make sure I don't vote for Biden. That's a good joke. Oh, I've got new sounds. You want to hear them? You guys? Okay, I'm gonna hear. Well, you've heard this one. So this is we're gonna go through the whole soundboard here. So we've got the music right there. Then we got that's the laughter. I don't like it. It's too canned. I like this, of course. And then we have oops, that was too many. Like that. And then we have then we go over to,
times are changing. Ladies can do stuff now.
What? Were you saying something?
Look, I don't speak Spanish.
That was necessary. And then, okay, so we have three variations of the same one. All right. So we have Batman, where's the trigger? But we also have trigger. And then we have a isolated, where's the trigger? And then we have the whole line. So we start out with trigger. So when somebody gets triggered, trigger. And then we have,
where's the trigger? Where is it? You never give it to an ordinary citizen. Where is it? Where's the trigger? Where is it? Where is it?
Never give it to an ordinary citizen. And then there's just,
where's the trigger?
And then, of course, had to do it.
I'll eat your ass. I will. I will eat your ass.
Mm-hmm. Had to do it. Okay. Hail, gentlemen. I would like to hear from the bearded members of this nice fellowship. What is the secret to grow such epic beards? Dan Vask for 10 rubles. Don't shave. And trim. You got to trim. And for me, personally, you don't shape it around your jaw. You just, you let it grow, and then you, like that. Now, people are probably not used to seeing my beardless face, and God, I haven't seen it in a couple of years either. But yeah, I only started bearding when I was 30. But I rock the what most of the time what Comics Division does, the little chin hair, the 90s chin hair. Man of War 665, neighbor of the beast for $10. You belong, Ryan, in a canoe, starring in Deliverance. Oh boy, that was not nice. Not my double woke 7, says Johnny Matrix again for $4.99. Louis the Plank for $5. Hail, Drinking and Friday Night Tights crew. I have a great B action movie to recommend. Check out Blind Fury, starring Rutger Hauer. Silly but great film. My friend, I've seen it in the theaters. I did. I don't miss a Rutger Hauer movie. Ironcaster for $5. Marvel's in deep trouble, copying entire pages of art and laying off employees. Yes, we will be discussing that tonight. Yes, nothing from Middle Earth, New Zealand, $5. Thanks to Geeks and Gamers for putting out videos. Need calm voices. I'm surrounded by stupid at work. Trump's getting booted. Nah. Is he like laughing? I wouldn't. Like, okay, fine. Don't like Trump. If you think you're getting something better with Biden, well, I guess we're going to find out. Maybe it's not decided yet, but, people will find out. People find out what, there's going to be some instant regret within a year. Great job as usual. I denounce foolishness in all its forms, says Douglas Fontuzzi for $5. And again, I don't care who you voted for. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. It's we'll find out when the officials make the election official, and then if it was fair, you move on. Right now, as it looks to me personally, shenanigans, and those shenanigans need to be played out. But I personally don't know who to trust anymore. As far as mainstream media, well, I know who not to trust. The mainstream media, Hollywood. Like when Disney comes out and goes, we lost $5 billion, but that's less than we expected, and we're doing great. We're going to put everything into streaming. We're just doing fine. And then people go, see, Disney's doing fine. They said so. Oh, Disney said they're doing fine. Oh, okay, well, fuck the fandom menace. I quit. I'm out. They're awesome. They're not completely failing at Star Wars, and Marvel's about to eat shit. There's no fucking movie theaters. Oh, and by the way, that streaming service they're relying on won't be profitable for 5 fucking years. But everything's fine because there's no parks. Oh, and by the way, it looks like there could be, it's on the table if that person who the media announced as president will win, a 4 to 6 week national lockdown. Federal mandates. That's the first thing you're going to see. Federal mandates. Loss of sovereignty. Centralized government. Something I've been against my whole life. Personally, very disappointed in that party. The party's always been about big government and higher taxes. That, whatever. But centralized. Oh boy. Disappointed that the drinker doesn't have a fish supper and I'm urn brew and an urn brew in his hands. Oh, well, golly, why? The 70s rock fan for 5 Canadian pesos. It's always somebody, man. We put the drinker on camera and somebody's disappointed. No, I'm sorry. I know you're kidding. Great to see drinker on camera. Still waiting for that Brie Larson collaboration, says Louis the Plank. Well, you never know. You never know. There's going to be a lot of people sitting around. Brie's not going to be able to shoot her Captain Marvel 2. Oh, wait, no. They'll make that. That'll be somehow Hollywood will be allowed to shoot while businesses die every day. By the way, they're saying at this point, like a business closes every day during a lockdown. Like every day, another business closes. Yep. Great job as usual. I denounce foolishness in all its forms. I try to too, Douglas Funtazi, but sometimes people don't like to hear it. Blue-Eyed Scupio for $4.99. They just found Jimmy Hoffa's remains with 1 million Biden votes. Oh!
Where's the trigger?
Oh, shit. That was supposed to be the rim shot. Sorry. There we go. Bear Business 1 for $25. Drinker, you need to give tips to George R. Martin on how to finish his series. Yes. Oh, by the way, I got all his books. I'll show them by the end of the video. I got some of his books, not all of them, in the mail. Scottish Nerd for £2. I change too far. New hat, Jeremy, not acceptable. A change too far. New hat, Jeremy, not acceptable. He's got to change his hat once in a while. You got to change things up. You do. That's why he tried to change his background. People hated it. Some people don't like mine. Mine's not done yet, though. I'm actually bringing the table back a little bit, and I'm going to be standing very soon. I'm not going to be sitting anymore. I'll probably sit down for like uber long live streams, but I'm not going to be sitting anymore. I will be standing up because it's just better for me. I don't want to be sitting on my ass this much. I think, oh man, it was like 8 hours. I sat on my ass one day editing a video. I'm like, I'm not doing this again. My back hurts. My ass hurts. Like everything hurts. Christian Delorme for 5 Canadian pesos. Hey, drinker, any chance of you drinking tequila? Go away now. Ooh, I used to like tequila a lot. I used to never get hangovers from tequila, believe it or not. That new number 2 for $1.49. Thank you for the Phallic Super sticker. We appreciate it. Hubert Lepicki for 25 Polish pesos. Off to bed. We'll watch in the morning. Have fun, y'all. And good night and good morning and good night about 7 more times. And you're probably up again, depending on where you are. Joshua Warren for $4.99. Thanks for your content. Got the coof, but I'm doing just fine. Not as bad as everyone says it is. It is for some and not for others. I'm betting some of you out there got the coof and didn't even know it. And I'm betting some of you had a hard time. And I think people, and remember, like there's other versions of COVID too, and then there's the flu. Yeah, it sucks. I was supposed to make the gym today. I'm going to make it after the show. Because I have to, because it's the last day I can go inside, and then it's going to be outside, and then I can't go at night when it's outside with my kid. So I'm going to, because I just don't want to. It's too cold and stuff. I don't want to get him sick. So we are going to, my kid's not in school today anyway. I kept him out of school because of what happened. Yeah. I don't want to think about that right now. D-Day Cobra has been a major encouragement during this election theft hell. Keep it up, Jeremy. Big thanks. Paleo Geek Chris for $4.99. Yeah, keep up the good work, Jeremy. You do it, man. He's got to do that. I was asked specifically why I didn't get full on into the political realm, because I don't want to do that forever. I don't. I mean, it's interesting to talk about now. It most certainly is. But once it's all over, I don't want to talk. I mean, like, that's not what I would talk about day in and day out, day in. And I know there's a higher ceiling and all that, but I'm a nerd. I know there's the Hollywood stuff is drying up, but not that much. There's going to be streaming services and TV shows to talk about. There'll always be stuff to talk about on the nerd side. It's not like nerds are going to stop. Now, it might not be the hot thing in Hollywood anymore. And that's what I've been saying. Once things get too expensive, the first thing that's going to go is the superhero fucking movie. And I think we're at the beginning of that. Sean Carter for $5. Trump's lead went from the size of Ryan's forehead to the size of Kimmel Smith's wang. What the hell? That's funny. Mikey Gussler for $10. Johnny Depp, I mean, it's not funny what happened. That's a funny analogy, okay? Mikey Gussler for $10. Johnny Depp lost his trial and role in Fantastic Beasts 3. That sucks. That's bullshit. It's not like he was an innocent party, but Amber Heard is a manipulative biatch, in my opinion, and he got screwed. But apparently he still gets to keep the $10 million bucks. He probably will not return as Captain Jack Sparrow. Fine. And we'll get an all-female Pirates remake that will suck. And guess what? If Johnny Depp came back as Jack Sparrow, it would suck. The movie franchise, for one, it was Gore Verbinski. It was the people who were involved in the beginning. All right. And the first movie was fucking great. The second movie was pretty good. The third one sucked. And I can't even remember the ones after that, but I love the first movie. Think it is an all-timer. Shame, pure shame. Yeah, I mean, Johnny Depp wouldn't have saved it, though. Johnny Depp's a great actor, and I think he needs to, he'll go and do probably indie films. He's going to be fine. It sucks what happened to him. Amber Heard's career will be short, will be very short. She is pretty, but after all this, they're going to give her a bigger role in Aquaman. I think Hollywood underestimates how many people like Johnny Depp. Like, they really underestimate that. Martin Dahl for $5. Baby Yoda, very uncouth to eat caviar without Melba toast and creme fraiche. True. That is so true. Yeah. Apparently some people like really got upset. I thought it was just a dick move, but apparently some got really upset. I just thought it was a boring episode. Predictable. Wasn't the word? It's not terrible. It's not like Battlestar, fucking Star Trek Discovery. Paisley Gemini for $4.99. Hail Gary and panel. Have you or anyone on the panel seen The Thing from Another World, where James Arness played the Thing? Thoughts, opinions? I have not. Paisley Gemini, but I'll check it out. James Arness, huh? Christy R for £2. Great to see the Critical Drinker tonight, and it was great. Thank you, Christy. My ex-wife for $5. Plot twist. The other Mandalorians hate Mando, so they packed up shop and hid from him and tell the galaxy to send him on a wild goose chase. That would be funny. That would be funny. It's like, Effer got our home screwed over for some dumb baby. And he's kind of dumb. Stupid Monkey Zero for $10. $10 says they will have a dedicated to Sean Connery message in the credits of the new Bond film. Oh, of course. Absolutely. If they didn't, that would be a scandal. Steve O for $9.99. It's hilarious watching Gary try to not go political only to have every other super chat drag him there. You guys kick ass as usual. Hail. Thank you. Thank you, Steve O. I try, but I have to answer the questions. Fat Steven Seagal beat up Rianne Johnson for 2 Canadian pesos. Fat Mr. Miyagi was piloting that X-Wing in The Mandalorian. Yes, Fat Mr. Miyagi. Alpha Omega Records for £5. I do hope everyone has bought one-time Doctor Who star and international icon Kylie Minogue's new album Disco out today. I will pass it on. Love Kylie. Astrid. Brightest Day for $2. Quick panel poll. Favorite Bond movie song. Ooh. Oh, I think we did this one. We did this one. Mine was Live and Let Die. By far. But, and I'm blanking on the name now, the Chris Cornell one for Casino Royale is very good. Ziggy Shrugged for $4.99. Awesome. Hey guys, have any of you all ever watched Pennyworth Opinions? I really enjoyed the first season and so hoping there is a second. No, I didn't. I'm so frustrated, and the show can be fine. I'm absolutely frustrated with peripheral Batman shit. I don't care about Alfred Pennyworth's past. I don't. I want to see fucking Batman. And once I see Batman a couple of times, then I'll go, okay, I'm interested in Alfred Pennyworth's past. And then if you could weave that into a Batman show that's going on, then you got me. But knowing that I'm just watching the younger days of Batman's butler and I'm never going to see Batman, well, I didn't buy my Batman comics for Alfred. Ever. Not once. I liked Alfred as a character. I wanted him there, but I didn't spend a single penny to buy Pennyworth. That's my thoughts on it. I'm glad you liked it, though. But I'm not going to waste my time on it. Matthew Sturgis for $19.99. Always love this stream. What drives me nuts about this Bond stuff is there is a great female-led spy comic called Velvet, written by Brubaker and drawn by Epting. It's an awesome spy thriller. Stupid they didn't use it. Yes. Well, the problem with the female spy is they won't portray the female spy properly because female spies have worked forever, but they have to work it. And Hollywood doesn't want to show them working it. So they have them go hand to hand with a 300-pound man, which is, unless that 300-pound man is not armed and female spy is, okay, there you go. She shoots him dead. But if they, I'm talking hand-to-hand punching. We had, what was the Charlize Theron? She was killing guys with her heel because they just stood there and waited for the heel to get knocked in their head. Yeah, it was just dumb. Pod Racing Palpatine for $1.99. Regards, Lady Daniel Craig. I'd do it. Oh boy, that is dark, buddy. That's when we showed Lady Daniel Craig. Lori Roberts for $10. Sorry from all women who are not crazy victims. Most women aren't. Okay. And men can be crazy victims too. Oh my God. Yes. Well, men. Kibblesmiths. Mutant Band Hammer for $5. I support women at the strip club. I did quite a bit. Boys Toys in San Francisco. And then, I forgot what it was. The one that was called, the one that was in, the good one in Vegas. It's gone now, but it was a good one. Flicks by Cody for $2. Connery is coming back to back hand Daniel Craig. Oh yes, back to backhand Daniel Craig. I thought it was back to back there. I got a little confused. Yes, Daniel Craig did bring all this wokeness into Bond. He pulled a Patrick Stewart. Fastidious for $19.99. Have you heard the news that software used to count votes in Michigan was discovered to have a glitch that gave thousands of votes to Biden instead of Trump? Discovery in one county. Software used on 47 counties in Missouri. We did hear that. Thank you, Fastidious, for $19.99. We did hear that. Rhetorical Thrill for $5. I've been told by other women that I must just be ugly because I tell them that I'd never been assaulted or even harassed. Feminism, am I right? Right. I would say, yeah. I think it's, when they say harassed, they mean like somebody went, hey, when you walk by. And listen, it probably gets old. I'm guessing it gets old, being attractive and people acknowledging your attractiveness. And then, then they're not. The thing is that if women don't like that, don't worry. Men generally stop doing it when the women hit 40. So, you only have to put up with it for so long. No, I'm just kidding. It must get old, but I guess that's in the cities. It's not something I witness in real life very much. I just don't, but I'm not a girl either. Yeah, feminism, the third wave stuff has gotten out of control. The intersectional stuff, where they want them to be men because they equate that to power or some, Robert Harris for $5. Drinker, here's to letting Tatiana doing 2/3 of the work in bed. Hail Friday Night Tights. Shout out to Drunk 3PO. I don't know what that's referring to at all, Robert Harris. That must be some inside stuff there. Stupid Monkey Zero for $5. Does Lashana Lynch denounce her last name because it sounds pretty racist to me? It kind of does. Insert name here for $5. I'd say between Man from Uncle and Mission Impossible Fallout, I'd say Cavill's soundly passed his 007 audition. Thoughts? Agree? Disagree? Thanks. Yes, he has, but they do not have the willingness to cast a white man in the role, so forget it. No Daccio for £10. Hail, guys. With the Bond franchise, I would make her a support character that gets 00 status at the end of the film, then cast as a new James Bond and start the new 009 spin-off movie series with her. Hashtag the Phantom Menace. Yeah, I wouldn't start it with her. I mean, let's be real. Lashana Lynch is not a good actress. She's not a good actress. I mean, I don't know why people are so blown away by this very average monotone actress. I think there's a lot of bigotry of low expectations going on, personally. Beer Me Too Brett for $5. Bond, Karen Bond. Give me a wine and a talk with your manager. There you go. Exactly. That's what we're going to get next. Here in the Steadfast for 5 Canadian pesos. Yeah, you guys make lots of videos on certain topics. Us farmers have a saying, make hay while the sun shines. Yep. And shit where the sun don't. I don't know. I just wanted to finish it there. Brie Larson's period for $1.99. Everyone hates Brie. You're welcome. Yes. Salad Cream Boy for £5. Mando's helmet off is like learning the doctor's name. You can only do it on the last episode ever without a chance of follow-up. I disagree. It's a live action cartoon. It's a small story. It's a small personal story about a guy you can't see his face. I'm sure it's going to go 10 seasons. Disney needs it to go 10 seasons. And Star Wars fans are, I guess, really forgiving people. They have just forgotten that they completely destroyed Luke and Han. And they're like, I just want Star Wars. And then, I don't know. Finbar Hooley for $10. With Disney Star Wars, the Mandalorian could take off his helmet and be some kind of failed Palpatine clone that had been secretly trying to form a Force dyad with Baby Yoda. Then they meet STD. And Star Trek Discovery, yes. We'll see what happens. But I haven't seen the episode yet. I'm going to have to see it before we start the show, so the show might start late because of things. Ben Parker for $5. Joke of the week. More crows get hit by trucks because they can't warn their kind. They only have the word for car as caw. Oh, God. Oh, boy. They only have a word for car. Caw. I might time you out for that one. Nathaniel Larson for $10. Just watch Return of the King. Things I love about it. Good wins against all odds. Hope shines through the blackest despair. Despite all that goes on in the world, I know good will win. Yep. No, but they want to constantly remind you in Hollywood, nihilism. Nothing matters. You're just worm food when you die. Doesn't matter what you did on this planet. It's a blip of nothing. I mean, it's like, woo. Speak for yourself. David Little for $1.99. Yes, The Walking Dead is horrible at this point. Yes, and I think it has been for quite some time. We were talking about that. Thank you, Nathaniel, too. Chi the Floffy. Thank you for the 50 Swedish krona and the pear super sticker. It's very generous. Hail Helson's for 10 pounds. Now, this is like the second time I had to read this because there's YouTube code speak that might have sounded good in Helson's head, but it was very difficult to read for the first time, but I get it now. Gave up on Walking Dead years. Okay. And when Burnham in actually transmitted D, which is sexually transmitted D, which you can say in super chats, you just can't say things like Trump voting and the F word and the other F word and then the N word. And yeah, you can't say stuff like that. As a matter of fact, I block the N word and the other F word are supposed to be blocked from my channel altogether. Period. They are not words that are to be spoken or typed on my channel. Although they managed to sneak through somehow, and I've tried all forms of spelling too. When they argued over who gets to count first in season 3, episode 1, was enough. P.S. Don't Google STD Burnham. And he spells it like Burnham. Yeah, I won't. Somebody told me to Google Blue Alpha once and I regretted it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Mr. Rich Low Pitch for $5. I think guys who like to spread HIV are known as James Charles. I disagree with that. But I have to read it. Thank you, Mr. Low Pitch. And I know you're trying to be funny there. You're trying to be funny, but yeah, that's a joke Ryan brought up. Not my favorite thing to bring up on the channel. Max P123 ABC for $4.99. I still watch The Walking Dead. It's meant to end soon. I was 10 when it began. Hearing you talk about it was nice, and I'm glad you all have similar thoughts as me. Yeah, I just went to shit. I think, yeah, it's too bad. But the whole shtick was, I just think that trend is over. All right. The character study of people being fucking horrible to each other and seeing how horrible they can get in a genre or with a genre background to it, like zombies or sci-fi or something like that. I think that's why I don't think House of the Dragon is going to succeed at all. It might even be a well-made show, but I don't think people are going to want darkness and grimness. We've had our fill. Hollywood has had a temper tantrum for 4 years. There is some belief that they're going to be happy and joyous and free. I disagree. They might think so. And you know what? Hey, maybe they will be. The rich people and the corporations got what they want. I think. And I think a lot of people thought it would be a return to normalcy. And what I think ended up happening was you appeased the people who were abusing you and me, the fan, the paying customer. I almost see it as a surrender. I do. Shane O'Reilly for £1.49. Thank you for the hot dog. Shane O'Reilly for $1.49. Thank you for the orange. Gersan Riv for 14 Mexican dollars. Thank you for the phallic unicorn. Shane O'Reilly, thank you for the phallic unicorn for $1.49. Appreciate it, guys. Paleo Geek Chris for $4.99. Drinker, have you and Will Jordan ever been in the same room at the same time? As a matter of fact, they haven't. They haven't. Stephen Oden for $5. We need Ryan Drake to save us from 2020. We do. We do. Stupid Monkey Zero for $5. Does anyone else think the drinker looks like the guy from Veritasium? I don't know what that is. Veritasium? Is it a game? Must be a game. Helson's for £5. Sorry, guys. Didn't have my glasses on for the last few messages, so would have made no sense. By the way, what software do you all use to edit videos? I use Camtasia. I use a very simple one. I am trained on Avid and Final Cut Pro. I am very good on Premiere, and I just think there's too many bells and whistles now and rendering and shit. And personally, I just need to cut. I don't need anything fancy. Camtasia renders pretty fast for a PC. The rendering's better on a Mac, or it used to be. Not much anymore, to be honest with you. But yeah, I use Camtasia. It's like $100 a year or something like that. It's pretty cheap. It's basic. It's very basic, but it gets the job done quickly. And I only do my videos in 1080p, 60 frames per second. But unfortunately, my camera likes to. It's a Logitech Brio 4K, and it's temperamental. It'll be 4K when it wants to be. You know, there's nothing you can do except reset the fracking thing every time, and I don't, so I don't care. But you're not always getting 1080p at 60 frames per second. Sometimes you're getting 720, whatever the camera feels like being. It's kind of a shitty camera, but I use it. I got a Canon. I got the one that Comics Division got, but the settings on it are shit. So I still need to figure out the settings because it just didn't look that good to me for as much as it cost. Kind of wish I could return it. I'll try it again. Odin versus Nerdrotic Beard Wars. Bionic belly button for $2. Odin's got a good beard. He's younger than me too. It's less gray. Father Anisette Pinto for 5 Canadian pesos. Couldn't Mandalorian be an 8-hour Star Wars movie type show like series in the 80s, but with action, no drama? Maybe. I mean, kind of like, it's like a cartoon. It's, you know what? It's structured like Samurai Jack and Primal. It is. Fred Sacco for $20, eagerly awaiting season 3 of Mandalorian, where Mando and Baby Yoda enter a relationship and go antiquing. All hail the Pandalorian. Ah, there you go. Well done. Brett Cohen for $2 Australian. Morse code practice makes you a pro finger banger. Ooh. Darth Gorbag for $12.12. I highly recommend you check out the Warcraft movie. It's got wizards, knights, fighting orcs. In mocap, CGI is top notch, and scenery production design is nearly Lord of the Rings tier. Whoa, Darth Gorbag. I'll check it out. You Warhammer 40K guys, you love your stuff, man. I love that. Stephen Otten for $5. I'm not even a Doctor Who fan, and I'm saying, what the fuck, right? Exactly. And we appreciate that. Helson's for £10. I love the UK, but we'll queue for anything, even in the COVID, even in the COOF era. Fuck it, I said it. I long for the time when I can travel to the US. By the way, I saw Captain J in London with sunglasses and RDJ's shoes, LOL. He was wearing our Russell T. RDJ's? RDJ? Who's RDJ? Helson's, man, you're getting me with your super chats, brother. I know Captain Jack. You must be talking about Captain Jack. Paleo Geek, but thank you, Helson's. Paleo Geek Chris for $4.99. The Scissors of River Song. Yes, that's what we might be getting, a scissoring TARDIS. So the Doctor snogging the blokes and birds. Okay, then. Ian Slater for $2. Yeah. May Trows for 50 Swedish krona. Pansexual is just a stupid word for cat ladies used to avoid being called desperate. Ooh, terrible. Helson's for £5. Thanks, Az, for saying what most of us are thinking about the comic relief. Exactly. Daniel James for Australian $30.99. So they're making Anne Boleyn black. They're going to have to make her daughter black too, right? Oh, who's that? Queen Elizabeth I. Is that true? I didn't even know that. Wolfsbane00 for $5. Can you talk about A Song of Ice and Fire? Maybe some updates from your last stream. Well, you got a video. I got a video for you. And you got an update that it is not finished. And his big update was he was writing about Lannisters in his Song of Ice and Fire story about Lannisters. We don't know what the Lannisters are doing. We don't even particularly know which Lannisters he was talking about, but he said he was writing about some Lannisters. He said he's inching closer, but he's not writing as fast as he was 3 months ago. And by the way, that big long run of writing was 3 months. He was on a good pace 3 months ago and he stopped, but he's inching closer. Sometimes he writes a word at a time. Never going to see the book. Never going to see the book. Evan S. for $4.99. Drinker is a better looking Scot than Count Dankula. I think so. Dana Bailey for $10. Thanks for the needed humor, guys. You are welcome. Sir White Knight, thank you for the 5 Canadian pesos. I appreciate it. Crazy Cat Guy, thank you for the $5 donation and the good job super sticker. Crazy Cat Guy, thank you for the -- Fox super sticker for $5. We appreciate it. Riddick for $2. Baby Yoda is a ripoff of Gizmo from Gremlins. And yeah, Baby Groot. Eric K for $5. When people get tired of Baby Yoda, they will end that story and bring a baby Wookiee. God, just that'd be terrible. Raj Williams for 5 Canadian pesos for that big move fund, Gary and family. Well, it might have hastened, like really hastened over the last 24 hours. Vasidius for $19.99. Hail, don't lose hope with what's going on right now. Rallies in every state capital tomorrow, driving 8 hours to Florida. A glitch was discovered in the software in Michigan. Keep the faith. Yeah, guys, you don't stop fighting ever, no matter what happens. No matter what happens, you don't get down. You don't give up. I saw so much of it. I'm disappointed. I know some people are sad. You know, it's the times we lose. That's when we know where the ballers are, man. I'm saying this today. I'm not talking about the fucking election. Like experiencing great loss. Great loss. These are the times I'm fucking working today. You can't quit ever. You'll have plenty of time to quit when you're dead. John Pocket, 89 for $5. For Jeremy of D-Day Cobra, who videos show that he is losing his mind this week in his videos. Is he? I will pass it on. Helson for £5. I just saw two guys, deaf guys, waving their arms around, and I had to go up to them and ask them to stop shouting. John Burgle, thank you for the $4.99. John Bignell, not for $9.99. That was, I'm sorry. They're both the same name, and I just fucked it up. John Bignell and John Bignell. Thank you. That's $4.99 and $9.99. I actually thought STD might turn it around this season. Why? Didn't mind the first 2 episodes, but oh my God, shit the bed. Episode 4 was a mind circus. Love what you do, Gary. Keep up the good work, fella. Thank you. Thank you very much. Adrian Mosrick for $5. Furlough has been extended till March in the UK, so it seems I'm staying at home. Thanks, lads and gals, for keeping entertainment alive. Yes, and it will be live and alive a lot, as long as this lockdown shit keeps going. Sander Hammerslag for £2 or €2. JJ made Khan a white European diversity, right? Yeah, total diversity. Swamp, spelled with an O, thing for £2. Keep hydrated, dudes. Most definitely. I'm looking for my water and I don't have it. Brad Cohen for $10 Australian. You guys have helped me get drunk. I'll be no use in a Dumacorn race now. Cheers, lads. Well, that's okay. You can go win it. The Dumacorn races happen on Friday Night Frolics. Not here, though. 200 Watt Studio for $2. Post non-binary sex who cleans up the gender fluid. Yes, that is like a quintessential 200 Watt Studio tweet. Jamie Anderson for $5. So Grant Morrison really is the anti-Alan Moore because Moore gives all the movie money to his co-creators and has his credit removed from his movies. Yes, he is. He keeps all the money and takes all the credit. Grant Morrison does. Brett Cohen for $10 Australian. Are these idiots just trying to reword the Bowie's Princess and the many over eons before them to be hip and now to be future? Are these idiots just trying to reword the Bowie's Princes and the many other eons before them to be hip and now to be future? Brett, are you okay? I think they are. I think I know what you're trying to say. Hey, it gets late. People get a little tipsy during Friday Night Tights, and then they try to super chat. So I think what he's trying to say is, are these idiots trying to reword Bowie songs, Prince's songs, and many other eons of music before them to be hip and now to be in the future? In the future? I don't know. Yes. Captain Spire for $2. That's what all posers do, Brett. You know that. Test. Anyone getting through? You are now. We definitely got it now, but it wasn't coming in earlier. But thank you, Captain Spire. And welcome to the Proto Molecule level, Corsair 09 and Shane G. All right, I'll be gentle on this one. He did pay $9.99. Spirit Scar says, if Derek Robertson hadn't drawn Happy, someone else would have. Robertson designed the character, a homeless guy in a coat, right? Happy would still exist in the same form with or without Derek Robertson. That is, I am sorry to say, an ignorant statement. So that is in reference to Derek Robertson not getting credited on the Happy TV show. So you're saying it was all just Grant Morrison and Derek was just a hired gun and he wasn't creatively involved in the design processes? Well, unfortunately, he was. I was there. He was. So you can't say it would have ended up the same way because Derek Robertson's a pretty unique talent. You can't deny that. You think Spider Jerusalem would have ended up the same way with just anyone else and not Derek Robertson? Nope. Do you think, on that logic, anybody could have come up with the Spider-Man costume, not Steve Ditko. Of course, he based it loosely on a Ben Cooper costume that came out in 1954 prior to that. And there might have been some Kirby involvement in that as well. But either way, just anybody could have come up with that Spider-Man costume. Anybody could have come up with that Batman costume. Yeah, anybody. They're just replaceable. That's just not, that's not a smart thing to say and pay for. I appreciate it, but I completely disagree. Especially since he already did the work. So the point's moot, really. Drunkle Tim for $4.99. Hail all. Thanks for the great night. Am I the only one that howled in laughter at that he having blue hair? That the he having blue hair? Cheers and thank you. No. Anytime we see that now, it's not funny. And it sucks because back in the day, a lot of very cute punk rock girls had blue hair back in the day when it meant something, when it was rare, when it would get you kicked out of stores, kicked out of Disneyland. My wife had been kicked out of Disney or not allowed into Disneyland with her parents one time because she had blue hair. Brett Cohen for 10 Australian dollars. Respect is not earned. It's given to receive mutually and through respect, proper discourse in dialogue. You can agree to disagree or work on a way to make this BS better. Lack of respect is ignorance. I think you're talking about different respects there, Brett. But I think there's basic human respect that you should always have, of course. But as far as like respect and trust, no, that's earned. That's earned. You got to earn that shit with me. Brett Cohen for $2 Australian. We'll buy Star Wars GoFundMe. Anyone like Bond? Not sure what you said there, buddy. But Star Wars GoFundMe would probably be successful if it was to save it. Daniel James for $7.99 Australian. Blaming the fans for failure is ultimately failing the fans and therefore failing as a production. Exactly. Shock 2957 for $9.99. Dirt Benedict on Friday Night Tights for the win. Oh, that would be fucking awesome. Felipe Abrigo for 5,000 Chilean pesos. Here in Chile, everyone is allowed to check the vote count. If someone would dare to block the view, it would be madness. Everything is done manually. I really can't believe what is happening there, guys. Well, it's happening. Rogfear, thank you for the $10 super sticker. I appreciate it. Link 1945 for the final super chat. Man, I can't lose my voice before Friday Night Tights. What's up, guys? Hope you all are doing well. What do you think about the 3 Spider-Man movies? Is the last straw for the MCU Endgame gets worse every day? I think it is. Money-wise, I think they're going to have to put everything in the Disney Plus. I mean, we're not going to see movies in the theaters for another year. Guaranteed. We got another year. I mean, there was hope. Now, that could change, and I hope it does. And I hope I'm wrong, and I hope you're all free soon. But no, it's looking like we're going to be locked down for a long time, folks. Be prepared. A lot of people voted for it. So I guess they want it. And be prepared for what comes after. But we can fight. We can win. We can do this together. So I'm going to go and watch Mandalorian and Star Trek Discovery. Then we'll start Friday Night Tights. It's going to be late. It's going to be late today. But sorry. We had a major family emergency. I was thinking about canceling the show altogether. I decided against it, but it will be a little later. Okay. So I'll let you know. I appreciate your patience. I appreciate all your super chats, even if I vehemently disagree with them about that Derek Robertson thing. Hey, Derek's my friend, so I'm going to back my buddies. And yeah, to say that artists are replaceable is just, that's not true. That's not true. If that's the case, how come they haven't been able to replace EVS at DC, who was making that place roll for a long, long time? He made lots of dollars for that place. Lots of dollars. All right. Love you guys. I'll see you on the show tonight. Ciao.